guys, welcome back to the channel. You would have recognized that I am not at home. Where we are is where we are expanding. Okay, so let me just have a sit here, make sure no spiders are there. Right. Oh, hi guys, welcome back to the channel again. Today I am going to let you guys in on a little secret. My husband and I, we've been working tirelessly on expanding. And where you see me right now was once forest. Many trees and lots of bush. So it took us about a year to get to this point. Of course, we weren't able to tackle it with full force because of my pregnancy, as well as, shortage of a whole lot of other things. But we have made it to this point where we were able to grow a few things just to test out the area, to get a feel of the area, and to see what pests we have in this area, the pros and the cons. And we've learned a lot. We love that weeds. If you're not on a garden every day, weeds will take over. And it's much different to having a small garden. It's much different to having my small home garden, which is way more manageable. However, I must say it's quite more exciting as we see different bugs and different birds. Oh my goodness. You hear the woodpeckers and you see the toucans and the parakeets and the parrots, and the list goes on. The cornbirds, the crows. There's so many different birds in this area. It's mesmerizing and we love it. So I'm going to show you guys the different things that we have going on right here. Now I'm going to warn you guys, it's not pretty. This is virgin land, guys. It's virgin stuff going on here. So it's by no means pretty. I've planted lots of stuff that has gone out of existence, sadly. But there's some stuff that's still here straggling along. So let me take you guys on a tour. Okay guys, so this is what majority of this plot looked like. And one of the challenges we've had is water retention in the front. So we have to do drainage so that the water doesn't continue to retain in the front. We had to do this little makeshift bridge in order to cross, because there is a waterway right here that we need to adjust later on in the future. As you enter into the property, this is what we've been able to accomplish. Now remember what it looked like. Guys, it was lots of trees that we had to fall, and lots of grass that we had to deal with. So at the beginning of the bridge, I planted a pawpaw tree right here, which is coming along nicely. Just last weekend, I added the remainder of the onions that I had at home. We probably won't be seeing them. I have them here. I've also continued my pawpaw along here. So I have one here, one there, and one there. So I hope to have just, a nice entrance with the pawpaw trees and the onions here. Of course, that's a short crop. Hopefully, if they do well or they do anything, we will eat those. So those will be out soon, and I will most likely replace those with cosmos and drought tolerant flowers. Now We haven't gotten to cut the grass. It's in dire need of weed cutting, and that's what's going on. So I have started. I was testing out to see if my flowers would do well here, and they will. These cosmos are the pink, the crimson, and the white variety. They are gorgeous, guys. Gorgeous. Let me see if I could find one here. They're gorgeous flowers. So that's the pink. Now the crimson, of course, is an older flower, so I'll show you this one for now. And we also have a white that's also spent. Now I'm leaving these flowers here. I'm not deadheading them right now because I want the seeds so that I can just pluck them off the plant and sprinkle them where I want my flowers. So this is our little entrance here into the garden, and to our left here we had a pumpkin patch where we have picked quite a bit of pumpkins. Quite a few pounds of pumpkin have come out from in here, and we have one pumpkin left that we're waiting to mature, and we're going to rip all this pumpkin out. And that's just pumpkin. One more left, and I'm going to rip this out, and we're going to amend this bed, you know, clean it up, amend it, and go from there. Here we have some cassava that we planted a few months back, going all the way up. And from the cassava that I have at home, I plan to do a succession planting up there, some more cassava, so that we will have continuous supply of our root crop. Here by my feet I have planted edos down in this area because that's where all the water kinds of settles when it rains. It's like in the drainage of the two beds, and the edos have been loving it. I've only planted these for the last 2 months and they're jamming. So I'm going to leave these guys here for at least 8 months, and we're going to harvest and see what we get, if we have any pests to deal with, and so on. So continuing up, we're coming out of this bed that had the pumpkin, and this is a bed that this is sweet potato. Now we planted sweet potato and we got some teeny tiny sweet potatoes from here, and what we learned is that one, there's something that loves the leaves. Two, there's something that loves the root. So while we were digging up these sweet potatoes, we came across a red caterpillar-like worm that was in the soil, hacking away at the tubers in the soil. And we've learned that that is some pest that loves sweet potato. And so the next time we do try sweet potato, we have to move it from here and put it in some other area on the property. So here was sweet potato. It was a fail, but we learned something and we got something. We got a few sweet potatoes that were delicious. They weren't stringy, they weren't starchy, they were just nice. At the tippity top of the property, I planted here a plantain tree, and whatever I weed, I put all the, this is grass clippings and stuff, I put all of them at the base in order to do some water retention, because plantain loves moisture. Bananas love moisture, and so far the bananas been doing okay. I also, one time when I was here, I was eating pawpaw and I threw the seeds here, and I eventually had to do some thinning. I had to do some thinning out to, oh wow, look, we got flowers going on, guys. So let's see, hopefully we get pawpaws from this tree. We'll see how it goes. So we have pawpaw there. I also have a lemongrass planted here. That's in case we are burning stuff and, you know, You want to get some kind of natural insect repellent that you can hack away at the lemongrass and throw it into the fire for insect repellent and so on. So another pawpaw I have planted here, I actually thought it died. It's doing good. Happy to see that. This is another plantain tree that's doing very, very wonderfully. And we're happy to see that. So we have a lot of weeds that we have to come back this weekend to cut back and get the yard looking good again, get the garden looking good again. So we have some okra that I planted. Look, it's coming along. It's alive. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I planted tomatoes and they did not do well at all. They didn't. They were here and they just turned from green to yellow, and something was just hacking away at these little beautiful tomato trees that I planted. So that is this bed. As you see, it's a lot of stuff here. I practiced mulching and you guys can see the difference. Now this is a prime example of how mulching really changes your work. You don't have to do as much. Yes, you have to still do some weeding, but look at here. Here is no weeds. Over there, no mulch, tons of weed. Mulch, barely any weeds. Over there, tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of weeds. So mulching is something that I'm going to continue practicing even right here in this new expansion that we're doing. And hopefully it continues to lessen my work. There's the next okra tree straggling along here. So what I used for mulch again was cardboard and whatever leaves and branches that I could find on this property. In this area, we tried using a pool that was no longer in commission at home. We tried using it as a ground cover, but we found that the frogs love it. So they come and they lay all their little tiny babies inside here. But we have no problem with that. You grow little guys, but they're going to eat up all the grasshoppers and continue to keep the ecosystem on this property balanced. So I'm going to leave those guys alone. Here I planted quite a while back these pimento trees. So this is a pimento tree here and a next one here. And they're doing great. Nothing is eating away at them, and I'm really happy to see that. So continuing along, we have just last weekend we had all those trees that we cut down. All those trees that we cut down, we were able to finally get them disintegrated by means of fire. We had a burn pile here as well as a burn pile in the back there, and we also burned in the bin. And we're getting this place cleaned up slowly but surely. And as I said, guys, I'm going to take you guys along with me in this journey, and hopefully it what's the word, it encourages any one of you who do have a piece of property that's overrun by bushes, that you can take some time and it's not going to be easy. You could still do something with it and slowly expand. If you're small and you can expand, you can do it slowly. I'm now looking at a next area on the plot that I didn't show you guys, so I'm going to show you now what it is. So I have got going on here some eggplant that I also planted, and I also mulched here. As you can see, look guys, I haven't cleaned this area, and I kept throwing grass that I pull up or anything, I keep pulling it and resting it around the beds. Anytime we come up, I have a marigold going on there because something is laying on my eggplant, and I can't allow that, guys. Sorry babies, whatever. So I have to get rid of this stuff on my eggplant, and the things that are hacking away at the leaves of the eggplant. In fact, I think I saw one. Yes, there's one here, and the flowers are still coming on, and the eggplant is growing. It's a plant that can grow for years and continually give you. So once you take care of it, you will continually have eggplants. I have a pigeon pea plant because it's a nitrogen fixer, and I plan to add nitrogen fixers along the property throughout, so that the garden will continue be getting from the plants and not just giving. So I have two types of eggplants. I have the Black Beauty, as well as I have this one here. Is precious to me. I hope it continues to hold on. It's a pitong, and it's delicious. It's a delicious elongated slender eggplant, very, very tender eggplant. And another pigeon pea plant going on here. So that's it, guys. That's what I've been up to this week. I haven't been able to do any videos at home. In fact, at the moment I am actually experimenting with food preservation, because in the Caribbean that's not something that we do, not something that we are taught by our elderly, how to preserve anything. So I've been learning via the internet, YouTube, and other sources. And so I've been experimenting how to preserve different things for when I don't have it. For like when you're turning over a garden and you don't have any food coming out from it at the moment, that you could, rely on your food storage. So I'm experimenting with that at the moment. I'm going to be practicing drying, as well as how to make seasoning salts and freezings and different recipes for the different things that I will be growing. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and like it, and share it. And oh, don't forget, subscribe. Whatever you guys are doing, I want to continue to keep encouraging you guys. Keep growing.